Hey guys, welcome to the Latherhog channel. My name is John, and today I thought I'd give you a little tour, at least at a small part of my shave den. Now, I don't have a central place that I store all my stuff. They're usually in totes and whatnot, but I know some folks have been wondering about my brush collection. So I took them all out, placed them on the bed, and right now you see me hovering over it. And so starting in the top row are my two Declaration knots. One is a brush from Declaration Grooming. The other is from Carnivus and Richardson, a titanium, super heavy handle right there. This is a B9A knot, and this is my newest brush actually, as of April 2020. This one was a Christmas gift from December 2018 for my wife. That has the very popular B6 knot. And then the largest part of my collection are starting from here, are my Wild West Brushworks brushes. And you'll see one here. I still need to get a knot in there. And I absolutely love Derek's work. So it takes up a large part of my collection, and there's a mixture of knots from, Badger. I really do like Maggard's, the SHD 26 millimeter two-band knots, I think, in the fan shape. So in general, there's a lot. I also have a few of the similar knots by Omo, and they all perform, pretty similarly. This next row here, I got three brushes from Mozingo. I like the colors here. This one was a custom. Technically, these two were customs, but this was a pour that he had lying around that I absolutely loved. This one, I gave him the colors, being a black base with kind of tinges of purple and green. It's a more subtle brush, but there's some good sunlight coming in the room right now, so I think you can kind of see what's going on here. Then these next three are from Lowborn Supply. Logan, unfortunately, is not turning brushes currently, but I don't know, never say never. I really do hope he comes back, because very similar to Derek at Wild West, I always found he had some really great colors and resin pours for a really good price. You'll see this one. This one used to have a mother lode knot, which I found just way too floppy, but it's drilled pretty deep, and I forget, I don't think it can take much more than a 26 millimeter knot, so I'm still kind of trying playing around. I've tried different knots in there, but haven't found one that I'm super happy with. But I mean, the brush itself is awesome. These next three here are from Heritage Collection Shaving by Mr. Neil Breed. Just some great replica brushes. I love when he does kind of his own colors, or he works with folks to do some colors that weren't originally available, in these vintage handles. So big fan. This guy I got to do a little more testing with, but I want to do a video on this soon. That is a gel bore knot. A lot of folks were interested. I'm just a little bit behind in getting that together. At row 3 of 4, these two are from That Darn Rob. This was a group brush from Old Cahaba Shave Club. Is it That Darn River? Real cool brush. I don't have too many wood handles, but this is one of them. This one from Wolf Whiskers, my only Wolf Whiskers right now, was my first ever custom brush. And this was a time where I did not know what I wanted as far as, loft, what kind of even knot to go with. What I came up with was just my research on Badger and Blade, which was like my main forum source of information at the time. I sourced this from Elite Razor, and that's a 24 millimeter, what do you call it? It's a 24 millimeter two-band fan. And this is before the SHDs were readily available. But I really do like this brush. And I consider myself really lucky that even with limited information, it came out really well. I love this color. It's called Poseidon, the shape Bishop. I think the only thing that I would do differently with what I know now is kind of scale up. So, you know, if the handle was a little bit bigger and could accommodate for a 26 millimeter knot, that would be my only change. Awesome coin there in the bottom. This here is a lovely custom from Turn and Shave by Milton. This is before Neil was doing his work with Heritage, and I really wanted, you know, something based on the Everready 200 that's black and butterscotch. I kind of came up with this, like a contemporary version of it. Grizzly Bay got one. Prometheus got one. This one's from EB Latheworks as a brush from the Shave Market, another Facebook group I'm a part of. Just really nice color and pour here. And then you can kind of tell these are kind of just random. So those are artisan ones. We got my favorite brush from Razor Rock, the BC Plus Soft Silver Tip. This great honeycomb brush from West Coast Shaving. Got a Yaki that I got as a gift from Secret Santa. This is actually unused. As much as I appreciate the gift, I'm wondering if this should show up on a piff or a giveaway of some kind, just so it sees some more use. Here is the Stout Brush from Fine. I'll often travel with this one. This one I got a vintage brush from my buddy Ben. It's a 22 millimeter tuxedo. Also kind of perfect travel sized. Lastly, we've got the 3 bores left over. I used to be mostly a bore brush guy, but now what I've left is this Omega. The sticker has come off from, you know, exposure to water. Still one of my favorite, if not most favorite bore knots. And that's even trying the Smoke Owners Club. I think I tried most of the different models from Smoke. This was my main brush in my first 2 years of wet shaving. And you can see here, I did put a clear coat over this, but the paint chips easily. This is a very common problem with this, the 1305. This is a great brush. Again, this just the knot's a tad small for my liking, but hey, this is my daily driver for the first 2 years. And then my very first brush ever came in the Vanderhagen set with a very basic shave soap. And actually a pretty nice shave bowl that I gave to, I forget who I gave it to, but it's kind of like a dark green, kind of matching color. And that's it, kind of in short. My brush collection, 4 rows of goodness. I've slowed down on acquiring these guys, but I do love, I don't know, there's something about the collectability of it, the artistry of it, just having things in different colors. So that's it for this short tour. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.